Hey guys, this is a video I've wanted to do for a while now but never really got round to it, and then the other day I was at The Guardian doing a podcast on women in fantasy, and afterwards I was just like, man, I need to do this video. Obviously, I'm a feminist, and I am all aboard the train for more female representation in YA and YA fantasy. It's awesome. But unfortunately it's become a little bit cookie cutter. Everyone seems to be searching for the perfect feminist role model protagonist. They want strong female characters, but they don't seem to understand that there are multiple forms of strength, plenty of which don't involve women taking on stereotypically masculine traits. But also there are multiple forms of feminism, and there is no one singular right way to be a female role model. It's almost like with every female protagonist that comes out who's badass and strong and brave, everyone pats themselves on the back like, yes, that's it, we have achieved feminism now, what's next on the list? Hell, Katniss Everdeen appears and suddenly she is the pinnacle of female representation and feminist role models. Because she fights and she doesn't take crap from anyone and she's independent. Like, yeah, Katniss is cool, but that's one character, one way of being female. I won't go too much into that because there is an entire section of the podcast that is literally just me and Samantha Shannon raging against the strong female character label, as we have wanted to do for so long. The podcast goes up sometime at the end of the month and I would definitely recommend listening to it. We all had a lot of fun recording it and I hope that shines through. My point is, female representation is not about having one singular perfect character who represents everything that is feminism. It's about having as much representation and as diverse representation as possible. You can't point to 5 cis, straight, white, butt-kicking females and call it feminism. Not really. We need straight girls and queer girls, cis girls and trans girls, and characters who aren't within the gender binary at all. We need white girls and black girls and Asian girls and Hispanic girls and mixed race girls. We need girls with disabilities, girls with mental health problems, tall girls, short girls, fat girls, skinny girls, girls with braces and acne and terrible hair, and girls who spend hours on their hair and makeup just for a quick trip to the shops. The only way to get true representation of anything is to have as much of it as possible in as many ways as possible. Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. This applies to real life as much as it applies to fiction. There is no one person who can be the perfect feminist role model. And it always feels like certain people are put on these pedestals for being the most wonderful feminist you could possibly be. And then they do something slightly unfeminist and suddenly they're problematic scum. Well, I hate to break it to you, but all your faves are problematic. People are problematic. Those celebrities are human, and not every choice and decision they make will fit in with everyone's ideals of what a proper feminist should be. Because there is no one set of rules on how to be a proper feminist. Stop putting people on pedestals. There, that's how to be a feminist. Stop expecting everyone to be perfect, because everyone has different views of perfection, and very few of those views are actually realistic. Don't crucify people for doing something negative or problematic or unfeminist. Let them know, sure, but give them a chance to learn from the situation and change their behaviour and grow. Because that's what people do, guys. They learn and they grow. Now, I'm not saying that writing straight white female characters is bad. I'm not even saying that writing female characters who portray typically masculine ideals of strength is bad. Any of you who've read Take Back the Skies know that I would be a massive hypocrite if I did. There is absolutely a place for those types of characters. But there's also a lot of places for a lot of other types of characters that need filling. And sure, they are out there. Characters like that do exist, and I've read some excellent ones. But they're not the ones being hailed as the next big thing in feminism. We need to shed some light on other versions of female representation. We have come a long way in female representation and in diverse representation. The fact that female lead novels are being turned into films and TV shows and everything is a huge step, and I'm not negating that. But we're not done yet. You can't point at one thing, declare it the right way to do representation, and call it a day. That's not how representation works. And a lot of authors, myself included, are currently working on things with hugely diverse casts and interesting plots and representations of all kinds of walks of life. But writing takes time and publishing is slow. The things we're all writing now probably won't be on the shelves for another 2 or 3 years. And the things that are just ideas for us are gonna take even longer. We're trying, guys, I swear. But until then, more emphasis needs to be put on the diverse books that are already out there. Publishers need to be shown that diversity sells, and the best way to do that is to go out and buy diverse books. Tumblr is full of awesome rec lists, and I think if we're all just a little more self-aware when book shopping, it'll go a long way. Don't let Hollywood dictate diversity, because we all know that won't get us very far. Long story short, there are lots of types of people in the world, and all of those types of people have a story that deserves telling. And they deserve for us to listen. If you've got any recommendations for diverse female lead books, please do let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking to broaden my horizons. And if you want to be made aware when the podcast goes up, I'll be tweeting about it, so make sure you go follow me and subscribe if you like this video. See you next time. Bye! Hey guys, so I figured it made more sense for me to do a video at the end of every month reviewing the books I've read in that month rather than the books that I've acquired.